To be honest, I see you used to me outside like to see no show, but I'm positive. Yo, I'm not Miss Beanie Man enough for short, and I just want to sit down and talk to the camera for a little bit. I can't quite say I don't know who's watching my videos because people are clearly watching it. Them. My CPM is still low, but nonetheless, people are mistakenly or not clicking in and seeing if they like me or not. So I just want to come on and do a formal video, kind of. It's like welcome to the pseudonyms video that I myself had to watch back because I felt like I lost myself. Moving to Texas, I wanted to take myself seriously because I wasn't getting taken seriously my entire life. Sometimes it's okay to compare yourself to people. I do, but in a healthy way, like fashion, you know? I feel like I could up my fashion, so I compare myself to realistic price ranges and, you know, people who intrigue me fashion-wise. So, you know, that's a positive thing to up my wear. A negative way I've caught myself comparing myself to other people in the past was careers. You know, Soulja Boy blew up when he was in high school, when he was like a teenager. Michael Jackson started off when he was like 6, nigga. My cousin right now, she says she's not a part of press. Girl, you taking pictures of fucking Ashanti and shit at the Golden State Fair, girl. Girl, you a part of press, getting special seating to take flicks and shit. So, you know, she was set up for success because both of her parents aligned her path to be that way. And then I look at my situation. I'm an artist. I draw. I'm damn good at it. I love my art style. I'm constantly improving every time I step away and come back. I don't know how, but I just am. So I'm appreciative of myself for that. But when I was little, I would get in trouble and my mom would take away my iPad, would take away my coloring utensils, my markers, my paper, my sketch pads, everything. It was just, everything was always taken away from me. If it wasn't my innocence, it was my hobbies. If it wasn't my hobbies, it was my personal space. It was my emotional security. It was my physical image. It was my self-worth. Just so much was taken away from me if I just take a step back and look at my life. And so now I'm at the age where I don't have to put up with anybody's bullshit and everyone's on the wayside now. It's like, it feels great to be selfish. It feels great to take back my individuality that I never had. It feels great to be a young adult, and everything that I'm stressing about, I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it. I have so much gratitude. That's why this Christmas is somber if you look at the window, but if you look through the glass, okay, it's a lit ass party. If you're just passing by and you see a dingy ass window, you like, damn, that's sad as fuck. But nigga, look through it. Nigga, I'm having a party. There's, you know, virtue signaling. There's only, I can only be so sincere, you know? Nigga, I could be lying. I'm sad as fuck, depressed, in here crying every day. I wish. But no. I've cried one time this month. One time. And it was just being overwhelmed. Before that, I wasn't able to cry for months. Yeah. I wasn't able to cry for months before I cried this month. So it was a stress relief cry, you know? And I see people in real life. I was gonna mention social media, but no, in real life. Because it's so common, especially in the Black community. I'm sure it's common in every, hold on.
Hello.
Hola. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey girl, how's Christmas so far?
Good, actually.
Period.
I got to pick out all my clothes.
Oh, you got clothes for Christmas?
I'm telling him what I got. Just to say Merry Christmas, and she's being a hater.
Girl, let her be a hater. Haters gonna hate. Hey, haters gonna hate. Hey.
But yeah, I got clothes, some headphones. I don't know what type of headphones they are.
Girl, as long as they good headphones.
As long as they good.
Hmm.
Tell me why I was letting them borrow my headphones that you gave me. And they broke them. They still work, but like they broken. Uncle Devin.
Yes.
Good. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And you still and Mom was gonna buy me that stuff?
Why wouldn't I?
You tell it. I don't remember what you said.
Well, you should start remembering. Grand.
Tell my phone number. He said grand. He's begging for my phone number. No, I'm not. He's trying to give it to me, and I said no because he's trying to blow up my phone.
Ain't nobody blowing your phone up. You blow up everybody's phone. You call me like 13 times. You text me multiple times until I call you like, boy, ain't nobody blowing your phone up.
If anything, it's him.
Like, I got me some food. I got some fried mac. It's like, it's mac and cheese, but it's like fried into like mozzarella sticks. And then I got some chicken
Save me
wings.
some.
Girl, I'm gonna have to eat it. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be live. Finna be live. What?
You finally got your piercing?
Yes.
I'm gonna need to see the iPad. You know what time it is?
iPad.
Yeah. FaceTime me.
Girl. Yup.
Yeah.
I know I look cool. You can go ahead and say it. I look cool. Yeah. I ate that one little thing. Yep. Not you laughing at it. Op.
I'm not laughing at it because I'm laughing at it because it's funny.
Girl.
It's funny.
Behavior. How are you mentally?
So how is your Christmas going?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I thought it would be sad, but it's actually pretty fun celebrating Christmas alone. I think I prefer to celebrate Christmas alone.
About school.
Huh?
I got a story.
Girl, what didn't happen?
Some people was messing with me. That's what was happening.
Did you beat him up?
I nipped that in the bud.
Oh, period.
I was like, I'm not gonna go down like my brother went down.
Ah! Girl. I was soft back in the day. I was scared. I'm not scared no more.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Period. Oh. Okay, so that was my little sister, the one I was defending. And it just caused a domino effect of everyone hating me, and then as soon as I ripped myself away from that environment, everyone wanted to be up ass. Once they realized I wasn't the problem, because I wasn't. I was never the problem. A lot of my life, I was never the problem, but I'll give you an example. In middle school, a reason why I never spoke up about being violated as a kid or being bullied for most of my life was because nobody cared. It started with my brother. His friends would pick on me, and I told him, and he would be like, they're just playing, that's just how they joke. No, they were fucking bullying me, nigga. And so I wrote them a hateful ass letter. And them niggas snitched on me. And the fucking principal assistant came, and she was like, yeah, give me this kid right here. So we heard that you wrote a mean letter. Can you write some letters down so we can match the handwriting to make sure it wasn't you? I think you're a good kid. I don't think you would do this. I tried to switch up my handwriting, but no, baby, it didn't work. It didn't work. She was like, okay, so it was you. Is everything all right at home? Like, then it was in middle school where I came out and was like, this set group of people is picking on me. And this had just happened after this short ass nigga was talking shit to me first. So I talked shit about his height because he looked like a fucking third grader compared to all of us seventh graders. So I was like, you look like you small as shit, da da da. This nigga pushed me off, like it was like we're up here, right? And it goes down like a hill, right? This nigga pushed me and I rolled over the plant. I broke the plant and I rolled over the hill and everybody watched. And the people that I thought was my friends, I was like, oh, I'm finna snitch on this nigga. Come with me. Somebody come with me. They're like, oh no, I don't want to get in trouble. No. What was her name? Fucking Mackenzie. Her knockoff Dove Cameron looking ass. Girl, fuck you in that big ass forehead. Anyways. I promise I don't give a fuck about these people. I'm just talking shit because it's a story. But Dove Cameron didn't want to come with me to the office and I thought we was cool. Girl, fuck you. So I went myself. My balls was like 10 times bigger than they were now that day. I snitched and the teacher was like, what did you do? I was like, what do you mean? What did I do? She was like, you're never always innocent in a situation. You have to have done something. You're never always innocent. And I was like, but I'm not even playing the victim. I'm just telling you some shit that happened, girl. I got pushed. I said some things. This nigga said some things first. That's why I said what I said. And I told her that. And they looked past that. I was assaulted by another kid. I was pushed down a hill, bitch. Fuck. So after that, you know, my family is... See, I'm touching a very interesting territory because I'm blasting my family on the internet. But I know a lot of people can relate, and this might help somebody out there that can relate. So I'm just going to go out and say it. My mom is very boisterous, hyper, confrontational, insensitive. She has good qualities, but experiencing her, there was a lot of bad that outweighed the good in her. She's okay now, you know, but I'm very neutral as far as how I feel towards her because I've done the inner work to heal and move on. I don't, again, like I said earlier, nobody can do anything to make or break my situation, my personality, my backbone, nobody. And I'm glad I gotten to this point. Because time after time, up until I was like 13, but time after time, people would just fucking with me and I would just let it rock. Fuck. Because I was scared. I got my ass beat by CJ. I did a story time on that, patchwork. I said his name. Fuck it, CJ. CJ Thomas, that was his name. Can't nobody do anything to me anyways. But... yeah, that nigga whooped my ass and nobody helped me. Everybody crowded around and watched and let the fight take its course. And it's a fight, so to a certain extent, I don't expect, you shouldn't expect anybody to jump in, but you should at least, I don't know, somebody with some type of sense of mind should be like, all right, that's enough. There wasn't even any of that. I was just getting stomped on relentlessly, blow after blow, punched on, stomped on. I wonder if anybody recorded it. I want to see. But that's from like 2017 or 2016. Late 2016. I don't think anybody's going to have that recording. But yeah, just like I said in the story time, I went back in the locker room and I put my clothes on and I couldn't even focus on PE because I was very disturbed about that transaction, about the fight, the surroundings. And then this Asian kid came up to me. He was like slow clapping and then he walked right next to me and clapped in my ear like this. I bucked up at that nigga. That nigga was like, yeah. I was like, yeah bitch, knowing I wasn't gonna do nothing. Like, but I was in butterflies in PE trying to get my mind off it, and I just started crying out of nowhere. And this girl named Brenda, she turned around and she was like, are you crying? And I was like, girl, fuck you, bitch. No, I didn't say that. But I was like, girl, fuck you. And then I asked the PE teacher if I can go see the counselor. And they let you go see the counselor. Told him about my problems. And instead of, cause I know at like 12, you can get connections in the industry. You can. I'm positive you fucking can. There's workaround child labor laws like internships and shit. So I know the school could have helped me. They just didn't give a fuck about me. So when I told him, instead of the programs that they have at school that don't do anything for the career I wanted to pursue at the time, he was telling me about Guitar Shop, and I was like, I already went. That didn't spark my interest. None of the people there resonated with me. And I was like, I don't care about any of the extra programs. At this point, I just want help. And he was like, well, if you don't care, I don't care either. And then he was like, go back to class. I was like, oh. Now, if I kill myself tomorrow, what would you feel? How would you feel? You know? And I don't think that nigga would feel anything, because the school is very prejudiced. Yeah. I came to the principal about all the people I was getting picked on by, and he was like, we can't control every student at our school. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're the principal. If you can control who gets suspended and who stays home and who gets disenrolled after however many absences, you can definitely control these bitch ass niggas and tell them to stay the fuck away from me. Again, they just didn't give a fuck, and it was above their pay grade. So yeah, and then my statement, I had to give my statement like 4 times. That nobody was taking me seriously. Nobody gave a fuck. And at home, I was getting treated just as bad, if not worse. I was getting preyed on. I was getting groomed. Just, I was dealt a horrible card, you know? I was carrying a lot of emotional baggage, holding in a lot of secrets, seeing things that to this day, I don't think I'll ever come out and say that I've seen, that I've heard. Witnessing domestic violence, you know, my mama was out here knocking niggas' teeth loose. Like, what the fuck? Why did I need to see that? Like, I was just not kidified. Everybody put themselves over the children. It was them first, then the kids, you know? And then when I finally came out and told people about me being violated, it was swept under the rug. And so I was just like, fuck all. I kept all my secrets in. I kept everybody's secrets in. And then when it was my time to shine, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody believed me. Any of the times I came out and said anything, people keep forgetting everything that happened to me. People can't move on from that. When I tell them they hurt me, they think about immediately the past. But what about everything you've done to me up until this point? Fuck the past. I've moved on. I moved on. What have you done now? What pattern did you repeat with other people that transferred onto your family? I'm not the weird one here. I'm not. I'm definitely an oddball, but I'm not fucking up dynamics of relationships out here. I'm not doing what these niggas are doing. I'm nothing like you people. You know, there's a generational curse that people have fallen victim to all over the world, but I just know it's not gonna be me. If there's like spiritualism, is that what it's called? Spiritual. I will never be religious, and I will never have a relationship with any deity. I will stand and die on this hill. That's just not gonna be me. I don't care if that's your situation, but it's just not gonna be me. The religious imagery doesn't work on me. The scriptures don't work on me. You wanna know why? It's because a lot of this shit is very reminiscent of spirituality, Catholicism, Jewism. A lot of these religions bleed into each other. Prayer is literally manifestation. But you can't tell a Christian that. You can't even tell my mom that. Like, it is frustrating when people say, well, thank Jesus, thank God instead of the universe. But it's like, and here's where I'm going to get biased. I'm putting my energy into physical things. I haven't done any candle work yet, but a Christian will tell you that's black magic and hoodoo and shit. But okay, let me not. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bite my tongue. Nobody scares me. Reading a mistranslated book, having it misinterpreted to you, if this applies to you, if it doesn't, disregard this whole section, but having it misinterpreted and regurgitated back to you, how is that not cult-like? You know, I'm not following a figure. I'm not following an entity. I'm not following anything. I'm exerting and I'm being. That's what I'm doing. And what I believe in and what I'm in a way submitting to is physically there. The universe. You know, people talk shit about the universe and spirituality for some reason. I don't care. It just seems more realistic to me. Not that religion is like fictional. Well, if you're mentally ill with it, then I'm just like, okay. But again, trying to be as respectful as I can. No disrespect. Don't care if you're religious. It's just not going to be me. There's that. But it's like God has done wonderful things for people. I can see how they work because, you know, not everyone believes God is a man. Trying to target multiple audiences here. I'm not trying to offend nobody, but this is just what it is. This is the real, baby. I watched D Chanel. If you know, you know. Doing all this inner work and partaking in practices that seems like something I wouldn't do, like again, candle work, which I have yet to do, but I want to do. It just gives me a sense of hope. Just like God gives people a sense of hope, and it strengthens you mentally. God, just like the universe for me, is like a crutch. It gives me the idea I have something to fall back on. And for people who are religious, God is someone to fall back on. It's a coping mechanism. If you don't have like something like music and art, which I just learned are forms of meditation. You know, I go to the park and I sit in silence and I close my eyes and I just take in the smell of nature, the gnats, the bugs, the chirping of the birds, the creaking of the trees. I just take that in. And for some reason, it is hard for me to concentrate. That specific form of meditation, it takes time to master, but it's not for everybody. Dancing is a form of meditation. Anything that's a coping mechanism could be perceived as a form of meditation. Prayer, church, anything can be meditation. Anything can be manifestation. It's just person to person. This one size fits all mindset was never a thing. It was created by people who have no backbone. And sorry to break it to you, but I can't be broken anymore. And as corny and cliche as that sounds, it's just not something that it's possible for me. I'm too strong to be getting hurt by bullshit now. It's just not realistic to me. And I wouldn't be disappointed in myself if I revert back into old mentalities and old ways and old energies. It just means I just got more work to do. I just got more healing to do. I've been healing the real way, virtue signaling. I've been healing the real way. And the way I heal might not be the way you heal. He heals, they heal, she heals. It just might not be that way. But it's okay because it works for me and nobody is getting hurt. In fact, like I said earlier, the domino effect. People are healing because of me. Indirectly. Like, and I didn't realize this, but I didn't realize my own pattern. I realized other patterns in the negative way. Like, I face my negativity head on because I just want to get that shit out of me. I want to be genuinely good for myself. Not everybody's genuinely a spick and span clean Clorox ass nigga. No, that's not even what I want, nigga. I will hurt your feelings and I won't give a fuck about it. There's that. I'm not always modest. My chin isn't always up and my back ain't always straight. No, that's just not real either. But I do want to have a sense of serenity for myself And I know I'm reaching that point when I just go outside and people compliment me, or people want to engage in a conversation with me, or people admire me. You know, people are even brave enough to put their hand on my shoulder. I don't know why, but, and it's not something I'm uncomfortable with, because, you know, people will only do with what you allow. So, you know, just like at the mall, this guy came up to me. He was the store owner, and he was like, "Young man." He was like, "Young man." I was like, "Yes." Just this, you know, old guy. He was like, are you looking to sit? And I was like, "Oh no, I'm finna leave." He was like, "Oh, okay." And then, you know, at the bus stop, people were complimenting my outfit, and I was like, "Oh, you look too good, girl." She was like, "Oh, you like my everything?" I was like, "Yeah, your everything fine." And then we was just bouncing off of, you know, each other's energy. You got the hood niggas talking about something. "I like your rings, bro. Where do you get the rings from?" I was like, hey. I was like, "Hey, I like your little symbol." It was a gang symbol. I was like, "Oh, I like your symbol." He was like, yeah, gang sign. I was like, oh. But yeah, it's just like, I'm self-aware, but to a point where sometimes I feel like it's shrouded in humbleness. I don't want to ever feel like I'm egotistical or big-headed, because it just doesn't feel good to me. I don't even like talking myself up. Like music, I'm still getting better at music, but I want to be able to be confident in my delivery, just as confident as I am in my art delivery. I know I'm a damn good artist, and I know I draw damn good. My animation skills can use a lot of work. They can. Compared to the Trader Gems episode 1 episode, it looks nothing like that. So it's not gonna look anything like that. It looks way better than that already. But I can use a lot of work in that area. It's still great though. It is. And that just like comparing myself in a positive way. Again, comparing yourself isn't always bad. Compared to other Steven Universe artists, animators, I want to get to that level. And the thing is, I know I can. I'm fully capable of doing that, because art is my strong suit. And it takes me a little time to learn some shit, but when I get it down, nigga, it's instilled within me forever. Just like back to music. I'm learning how to deliver punchlines, bars, wit, having an image. That's what this is all for. I want to have an image. I want to be distinct. I can only be so distinct because we're all human. You know, there's only so much uniqueness you can have. So that's why I want to do inner work, because I would want to have someone like me in my life, because people like me are hard to come by. And I know that because I go outside. My lips are getting dry. Hold on. I appreciate whoever's watching this in the background, or if you're watching my beautiful face, you're probably attractive. You're probably beautiful. Hey, man or woman, or they, them, or xenomorph. Is that offensive? Zen. We're all Zen. We're all Gen Z. No, we're not. Because I know somebody about like 28 watching this, probably with kids and shit. Girl, if you got kids and you're my age, girl, I ain't got nothing to say. So you better support your children. Better, period. But back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video about the somber Christmas thing. I'm having a blast. And I realize I'm enjoying myself because I'm healing every day. Even just laying in bed. Watching YouTube videos. It takes my mind off of the bullshit. And when I return back to the bullshit, it's like, I feel very different about this. And when I don't, I write about it. I write exactly how I feel. And I don't read it back. I tend not to read my journals back until I finish them. And I've only finished one journal. So I've healed a lot. I've changed a lot. Just looking back at the first book that I finished in November. If there's any mechanism that I could promote that I would say for sure works, again, one size fits all doesn't work. It's never a thing. But if there's one thing that I will promote, it's journalism. Love it. If you can do it any way you can. People do scripting as a form of journaling. When I say journalism, is that the same thing? I don't think so. Journaling. People do scripting, scrapbooking, drawing, in their, again, coping mechanism. Journaling for me is a coping mechanism, and it helps me heal because I write down my thoughts, I write down my manifestations. I want to talk about manifesting now. I can't, that's a lie. I'm gonna give you the real. Manifestation works. It does. I just don't know how, but it does. Listen, let me tell you about this. The fridge. This is a fridge. I've been wanting a fridge for months. Haven't been able to get it because I don't make enough money to afford a fridge. I've wanted an air fryer. I miss the air fryer at home. I miss having a fridge. I missed having my own personal space, my own personal things. Like I had a mini fridge. But here's the thing. I'm not materialistic. That's one of the things I wanted out of me. My family is, I wanted it out. I don't want to be materialistic. Fuck materialism. Nigga, I can get some more fucking seaweed. I can get another fridge. I can get another air fryer. I can get another computer, another camera, another mic. I can get all this replaceable shit. It might mean a lot to me, but it's not my worth. You know? Like that new Kirby shirt I wore. I love that shirt. It feels good to say it because when I went in GameStop, I wasn't even intending to buy it. But I thought about it and I was like, if I go in here, I'm gonna leave the mall with nothing because I don't buy things at the mall. I just go there to people watch and window shop, which is also fun too. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave with something and I'm gonna feel good about it because the money, there's so much money in the world, whether it finds its way to me or not, it's still there. It's still there. Just like these clothes are gonna be there. They're here for a limited time. Somebody else has them. There's a reseller somewhere. But I want it now. And I'm within my means to get it. So I got the shirt and I felt amazing about it. And I love that shirt so much to the point where I'm hardly wearing it. I don't want anything to happen to that shirt. I really care about that shirt, but that's not where I'm putting my values. That's not where I'm putting my happiness. And it's not instant gratification. Because it's something that's worthwhile. I'm going to always love that shirt. I'm going to always love looking at that shirt. I'm going to always be happy I bought it. Because it's something I wanted and it made me feel good. There's something that, just like this, the jewelry and all this glitz and glam, it just makes me feel good to do something for myself and not having to feel like I'm obligated to repay somebody back because they gave me the things. Back to the fridge and the air fryer. It floated to me. Girl. I met this guy who needs his own story time because he's a strange man, to say the least. He's nice in some ways. I appreciate him. I'm divinely protected. I appreciate him for what he's done, but it seemed inauthentic to a point. And I can't help but feel that he didn't get what he wanted out of me because we hardly talk now. And he talks to me. His vibe is different. His energy is different. And some aspects of him were reminiscent of my ex. And again, I don't care enough about people to be comparing everybody and like what's pushed onto me, microanalyze and overanalyze people and their character. I take everything at face value until there's something not to. The situation with the fridge and the air fryer, I took everything at face value until I didn't. With him, but he just so happened to have a fridge in the storage and he just so happened to have extra air fryers laying around, and I was like, you know, this shit is going on at home. There's no, at the time, our host, piss poor nigga. Not as far as finances, just as far as management. He sucks. But we finally got a new fridge and we finally got the washing machine fixed after a couple months without not having space to put our food and a space to clean our clothes. We had to go to the fucking laundromat, which I appreciate him for helping me wash my clothes. But just because you did good things for me, just like my family, you're not safe from the weird shit that you've done. So I'm not gonna, you know, let him escape the grasps of that. But coincidentally, he was able to match what I've been manifesting. And this all happened from Jacked. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, I've been writing I was gonna be able to get a fridge. I've been writing I want this, this, and this. And I've just been leaving it there for months. I've been manifesting it for months. And then I had deleted Jacked after I broke up with my ex. And I got bored, so I reset my account. And this strange man hit me up. And he analyzed me to a T through my pictures. Some things were amiss, but it was like jot. He was like able to tell my hypothetical character through my images. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I gave him the time of day. Didn't turn out to be too bad until some weird shit. But the thing is, I just put trust in myself. And my manifestation happened. That's all I've been doing, is trusting myself. I didn't know where I was going to go after the apartment burned down. But conveniently, my ex let me sneak in his place to stay with him. When that fell through, I had already had my own place. When it was seeming like I wasn't going to be able to wash my clothes, this nigga helped me wash my clothes. He gave me a fridge and an air fryer. But his character wasn't matching up with the religious values. It wasn't, you know, he talks shit about Christians, but some of his tendencies mirrors a sinful Christian. So, you know, there's that. Again, I'll get more deeply into him in a different video, but until then, just putting my energy out there and hoping it'll come back. That's what works for me, is hope and optimism. Even when I want to lose it, when I want to kick it, I just can't take myself seriously when I feel in a rut, because I just know somehow it's going to work out and it's going to be great. I'm divinely protected. So I will come out and say this. I don't know much about eggs and I don't know much about egg cleanses, but I cracked a bloody egg. I cracked an egg that had blood spots in it. And I don't know what it means because I looked it up, and spiritually people say there's powerful forces at play. And then religious people say it's rebirth or it's a sign of a bad omen. And a couple videos ago, I said I missed the bus and I conveniently got out at a cemetery, but I already wanted to go to a cemetery. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I wanted to go to a cemetery. I don't know why, but I just wanted to go to soak up the, again, religious shit doesn't work on me. So if you think it's bad to go to a cemetery and religious, fuck out of here. I wanted to see how I would feel going to a cemetery. Cause though I don't really fuck with my family, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. That sucks. Death sucks. But I don't know what I'm preparing for, but I wanted to be prepared. So I went to the cemetery and I looked at the people who were just sitting there cracking a cold one. Had a beer on a tombstone and watching niggas sip a beer with the ones they lost, seeing altars, you know, seeing dads with their kids there at the altars and tombstones and all the cars parked there. And it was so peaceful. It was so peaceful being at the cemetery. It was quiet. It was almost like white noise. And I went there with intent. but I ended up there conveniently. I didn't intend to end up at the cemetery, but I walked into the cemetery with intent because I wanted to go there beforehand. So this, and back to manifestation, it works because just a couple days before that, I was like, I want to go to a cemetery. I don't know why, but I just want to go. And I ended up at a cemetery. I don't know how. I don't know where I was at. I was 2 hours away from home. I don't know this area. I didn't look up. I did look up a cemetery on Google Maps, but it was in my area. Why was it 2 hours away? I ended up 2 hours away because, again, I got on the wrong bus, but I just pressed the stop button when I felt it was right to press the stop button. And I got off right in front of a cemetery. Like, you turn around, cemetery, right there, dead ass, on my granny. R.I.P. Granny. On my granny. Ended up at the cemetery. I also read that it's could be a sign for my spiritual guides. They're trying to catch my attention as a form of affirmation, confirmation, that they're there. And I will say this, I feel like a lot of interpretations of spirituality are circumstantial. It depends on who you are. So I didn't want to believe it was a bad omen because I just can't think of anything that would obstruct me in my path. So, and I don't think any spirits followed me. Or maybe that's why I cracked an egg with blood in it, because I'm being followed by powerful forces now that I went through the cemetery. I don't know, but I just know I'm divinely protected because I could have went through, I could have died multiple times. I could have died multiple times in the situations I put myself in, and I came out just fine. My camera's glitching. Hold on. I came out fine because I had trust in myself. I trusted myself. I went with my gut and my head and my heart all at once. That's what trusting is. People talk about chakras and stuff. Not too deep into the stone thing, part of spiritualism. It just doesn't resonate with me. If that's what you like, keep with the crystals, but I just like with astrology, I feel like there's validity in it, but not as much as people are making it out to seem. I feel like people are also bandwagoning with a lot of these practices. So I just want to stay away from anything that's not for me. So there's that. Even tarot cards. I feel like any form of reading, it's super general. You know, I need something specific. Demanding from the universe has also been something that worked. And it was my ex. It turned out to be a horrible situation. Not in the grand scheme of things, because I came out on top. I came out all right. Him as a person was a horrible person. You know, I'm not one of those people that sits and tells you there's no such thing as a bad person. There's no such thing as a horrible person. I don't agree with that. There's such thing as a bad, horrible, deplorable person. And I have the freedom to think that. Everybody has the freedom to think what they think, but I sometimes some shit I just can't get with. Like, girl, my ex will get his own video because I know he's waiting for it. He's currently stalking my socials. What was the point of me saying all this? Manifestation. You can do it anyway. It'll work. It's a mixture between putting your energy out there and trusting yourself. And doing right by yourself and doing right by others. And it works. For me, I'm isolating, I'm healing, I'm going outside, walking, I'm meditating through music, through dance, through recording videos, through recording music, through sparsing up my appearance, you know? whenever I have a thought, I don't let it slip. I scramble for my book to jot some shit down. If there's a dream I have, I write down some shit I remember and what it could possibly mean. You know? All of this, it like I said, is circumstantial. It just depends on what matches your circumstances. Repetition is another thing that really burns it into my head. I'm gonna be okay. I'm great. And I just recently started saying I'm divinely protected out loud. But this whole time I have been divinely protected. I was literally in the car with a drunk driver speeding over 100 miles per hour. My ex had a crazy porn addiction, veered off the road, almost hit signs, watching oiled up big booty niggas on I-10, like roach infestation, girl. I could have got sick, asthma attack, something really bad could have happened to me up until this point, and I'm protected. My identity is pretty clear on what I like sexually. And I go outside just as easy as good things can find you, bad things can find you too. And I've been okay. I've been just fine. My bad, I just yawned. I thought I would miss my family around this time, because that's all I've been hearing, but I don't. I prefer this over anything. It's so peaceful. I'm having so much fun. It sounds like I'm trying to convince other people, but I don't really know how to, virtue signaling, I don't really know how to say how I feel other than flat out saying how I feel. And I feel at ease. I feel peaceful, gratified, happy. Happiness comes in waves. I was just miserable a few weeks ago, but until I finally rode the public transport, I feel like I can do anything. And you can. It's all a mindset. Manifestation is a mindset. Prayer is a mindset. Religious practices is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset. Everything is a mindset. Everything is a coping mechanism. There's so many ways to live life, and I'm orchestrating the way I want to live mine, and it's working. And I can only just continue to trust. And this video that I'm making, I watch videos like mine, so I would apologize for the long length, but I like long videos where people just talk about their spiritual journey. Yeah, I'll talk about my spiritual journey on this channel. I don't know how frequent videos like this will come about, but because I don't have any messages to pass on to people, I just can tell my own experiences. Because that's another problem I have with watching spiritual videos. A lot of this shit does not apply to me. It's very general, and I can't help but to feel like that's on purpose, you know, kind of like a psyche thing. But that's just me. To close this video, get rid of the lack mindset. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Because when you look around, what else do you have outside of what you want? Even if it's what you need. I've went days without being able to eat, being able to shower every day, because there was no water. I've had no money to my name out here. I've been homeless. Cheated on, lied to, manipulated in a way, but I'm fine. I am okay, because I'm doing the work I need to do to be okay with what happened to me yesterday, a month ago, years ago, in the future, because I know I can take it. I know I can handle it. I've handled it up until this point because I wasn't in the lack mindset. I wasn't thinking about not being able to eat, even though it sucked. Not being able to drink, not being able to do this, that, and the third. Not everybody's as resilient as me. I will give myself that. I just wasn't down about that stuff because I had an iPad, I had a phone, I had service. I was able to charge my stuff. I was able to make those videos in the closet. I was able to get on unemployment and then go get some food. Get food stamps and go get some groceries. Get some snacks. I was able to do all of that. So it does get better. Even right now, I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know that it's gonna be some great shit though. It's gonna be some amazing shit. Cause I just know. I just know. And I trust myself. And it's okay to have a little voice of doubt. It's at first I thought this was all bullshit. Manifestation. I was like, what the fuck, nigga? This shit don't work. Spirituality, nigga, what the fuck is this shit? I'm agnostic. I'm atheist, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? But I'm still agnostic and I'm still atheist, but I'm also spiritual. 11-11, bitch. As I'm saying this, so if that doesn't show you some shit, look, I'm telling you, bro, shit is gonna be handy dandy. You're gonna be all right. Whatever mental triumph you got, whatever you don't want to think about. So it hurts a lot less later. So whenever you're put in a similar situation, you have the strength to get the fuck up out of there. I've had the strength time and time again to say no. I've been saying no since I was 13, but no, as an adult feels so much different. Cause it just, people don't have backbone. They don't. They don't. People are pump faking ass niggas. They displace their emotions because they're just so unhappy with themselves. And I went so long with hating myself. I love my body. That's why I wear wife beaters a lot. I love how I look. I think I'm very pretty. I think I'm very handsome. I think I'm gorgeous. I think it's making myself, oh, I'm blushing. I don't know. I really love what I've been able to do, but I had to learn how to do all this myself. And I'm glad I've learned instead of having somebody teach it to me, because I wouldn't have learned myself thoroughly that way. I would have had an idea of what I wanted to do and what I like. Now I know, because I trust myself and I manifest and I journal and I just hope and I'm optimistic and I cope and I heal. And I live a little below my means, so I still have enough money for X, Y, and Z. Without selling myself short, you know? Ingraining in myself, I'm abundant and I'm divinely protected and I'm not opportunistic, but opportunities come my way and I take whatever fits with what I got going on now. So I was going to close out the video and I'm still talking. Find a way to be all right. Find a way to be okay. Find a way to be great. You'll have down days. You'll have spectacularly high up days. Right now, I feel pretty okay. It's not an amazing day. It's not a bad day at all either. It's just a cool day. That's what I've been thinking about every holiday, even New Year's. I felt this way when it was New Year 2024. I didn't care. And I still don't care now. I don't care if it's going to be 2025. I don't have any New Year resolutions. But that doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to anything happening. I just know when it happens, it happens. Just like the fridge and the air fryer. When it happens, and it happened. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be amazing. You know what? And something I like to say out loud is thank you, universe. I'm amazing now, but I'm going to be even spectacular later. Like I say amazing, but instead of saying amazing later, I boost it up. I'm great now, amazing later. I'm amazing now, spectacular later. You know? I just speak life into myself. Even with the guy that gave me the fridge, he would speak highly of me, but it felt off. I of course, I accepted what he said, you know, but not like us submitting my energy and completely trusting this man. No, I never trusted him. I never gave my all into him, ever. I just had him convinced to a point. I had this nigga convinced. We were clicked up. Cause he was like, it felt like he was trying so hard to get me under his wing. And it just, So Yeah, but I'm still thankful for him being in my life because I got support in a way I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that. Just like I don't know how the situation is going to play out in my personal life. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to work out in the best way possible, in the most unexpected way possible. Because it's possible for that to happen for you, and it's possible for it to happen to me. If it could happen to Beyonce, nigga, why can't it happen to me? Nigga, fuck. But love yourself, because I love me. I appreciate whoever you are for watching this video. Thank you for watching this video if you made it to the end. I can't manifest things over you. I can't manifest for you. That's something you have to believe is going to happen for yourself. That's a journey you have to be on by yourself if you're genuinely doing the work to get to where you need to be. You'll be there because I'm here. Popcorn walls, popcorn ceilings, humble beginnings, nigga. When you see me in an apartment and a little Ford outside, little car, what, nigga? Yeah. Tune this before you go. Don't tell people how you move. Show them I fuck with you for fucking with me. Meet me back here in the world somebody be at, and I'll be here waiting for your return. Merry Christmas. Hey, hey, hey. I'm hungry. I'm finna go eat some food. Period. Trying will always be good enough because I had enough will to do so.
Since we bout to close out, I do an improv. Plus that nigga stoning me cause I'm rock hard. Bout to get exclusive, do something to get your rocks out. And I'm telling you all of this cause it's what? Improv! Surprise, bitch. At the end of the credits, bitch. More than a name and some ambience, bitch. More than some glimmer and some edits, bitch.